Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my very first video. My name's Adrina and I am an Australian teacher. I am an online Teachers Pay Teachers seller and I am also a new mum. So in this video today, I'm going to be talking about starting a TPT Clipart store in 2021. Now, if you're not sure about what TPT is, then basically it's an online marketplace where teachers can sell their own original resources, basically. So it is a place where you can purchase lesson plans, PowerPoints, boom cards, Clipart, for personal and for commercial use, and so much more is sold on there as well. As an Australian teacher, this is something that is sort of newish to, I feel like, Australian teachers. I don't know, I can't speak on behalf of all Australian teachers. However, I have spoken to a few friends of mine who are teachers and they haven't really heard of Teachers Pay Teachers before. So when I first started Teachers Pay Teachers, I knew about it, but I just didn't really know that I could be a seller. So that's why I thought, okay, I'm going to make some videos to share on this topic. So I bet you clicked on this video because you want to do some investigating. And to be honest, I do not blame you because I have been doing the same. So in my investigations, I have been looking up things on YouTube like how to create Clipart for TPT sellers. And to be honest, there's not that much out there on this particular subject. So there are a few very, very helpful videos on Teachers Pay Teachers as a whole or as in general, but nothing that I have really found that's really niche to just creating Clipart for TPT. So I am just going to add to this conversation because I haven't found much out there on it. Now, I will just say I'm going to be talking about my journey so far. Now, as a newer seller, I will say I don't know it all. I really don't, but I have a little bit of knowledge because I currently actually have 2 Teachers Pay Teachers stores. So my very first one I created last year in March of 2020. And that was my very first store, but it wasn't a Clipart store exactly. It did have Clipart in it, but it wasn't just for Clipart. My very first store I created was more of my teaching resources, and I still have that store currently. But basically, I've started a brand new Teachers Pay Teachers store. So this year in 2021, called Tpt Clipart. That is my store's name, and it is a store that I just have my original hand created pieces of Clipart on that store. I wanted to make this video specifically to Tpt Clipart, my second store. So I created it in May and it's now August 2021, and so I've had it open for a couple of months, but it is still very new. Now, I will just say I learned a lot in my very first year of TPT on my first business before I started opening this, but I applied what I learned from that first business into Tpt Clipart, which has seemed to show some results, which I would like to kind of share with you guys. Now, I will just say I am going to go over like some money things, so if that's like a trigger to you, or if you don't want to, you can click out of the video. I just thought I will share my data with you guys just to kind of help, because let's be honest, we're all a little bit nosy when it comes to ka-ching money and to seeing what people are earning and what what's out there and what is possible. So I will just say what I did learn from my very first store is that TPT is a bit of a slow burner, meaning you don't get rich or successful straight away, not overnight. There is a bit of work that is involved into it. So I will say, however, I have been pleasantly surprised with the growth of my store in these first couple months, because when I look at the very first store I opened, the results are slightly different, but I have found it quite interesting to see the comparison. Now, I will just say this, my results or my data is just subjective to me, and everyone's store will be different. This is the beautiful thing about Teachers Pay Teachers. It is something that is so unique to you. No two stores, no two people's journeys will be the same. So I'm just sharing with you some of my data just to kind of give you a little bit of insight, or just a little bit of a starting point to kind of see what's going on in 2021. So I will go through my store. I'll bring you over to my computer and we'll go through a little bit of my first couple months on TPT, and I'll show you a little bit around my store. So let's do that. Okay, so this is my store, Terrazzo Clipart. So as you can see, I've only got 37 followers, so I'm very new on this. So I don't have that many followers, and I have got 57 products currently up. So as I'm scrolling down, you can kind of see that my style at the moment, I've got a lot of boho inspired clip art design elements, and that's kind of what I've been really enjoying creating lately. So I've got some organic irregular shapes, and I've also been playing around with digital paper. Now hold on. I have something to say about the digital paper, but I will go through that in a moment. So I'll just go down and show you what else I've got. I've got just some like teenage people that I created that took me actually quite a long time to do. And no one has bought these sets yet, but that's okay, because I feel like maybe down the track, once they get a bit of traction, maybe they might get purchased. As you can see, I have got a couple random things. This is probably the only thing I do have on my... Oh, there's one or two things I have here on my store that aren't exactly clip art. Like, I have just dabbled in photographs, like real life photography that you can just use for commercial use. And color palettes, I've been playing around with that to see if there was any interest in color palettes with the hex codes. And as you can see, as I scroll down, I have some fish or sea creatures. They were such a fun project to do, but they were quite time consuming. Whereas I obviously priced them a bit higher as well, because I feel like they're a lot more like detailed, and I don't know, I just feel like they're worth more than the amount of time I've spent on them creating them than something compared to like my organic shapes, for example. But yeah, as you can see, I've got boho rainbows, and I do have a couple of digital papers that surprisingly have done actually really quite well for me. Now, in a moment, I am going to go to my dashboard. I'll just quickly show you down here. I have some more like design elements of things that TPT sellers can use to like spruce up their own resources. So let's go to my dashboard now. So I'm going to show you that. And I will section it down. As you can see here, you'll be able to see I have made $152.02 this month already, which is amazing for me. That's amazing, like progress from a few months ago. So I will just show you here, because I'm going to custom range, because I said I started my store in May. So let's just show you how much I made in May. So as you can see, in May I had one day that I earned $5.70, and I think I had maybe 2 sales or something from that day. And to be honest, I was chuffed. I was like over the moon when I had that first sale. I was like, oh my goodness, someone believes in my work. This is amazing. There's nothing better than that first sale on your store. So yeah, that was my very first sale, and I was really pleasantly surprised it happened in that month, because I was expecting to wait a couple months to get a sale. But it was about the same time. It took about just under, well, let me just rewind. So my first store took 2 weeks before I made my first sale, and then creating Terrazzo Clipart has taken me about 13 days, so just under 2 weeks to make a sale on Terrazzo Clipart. So if I go now and I go into June's sales, so May, June, let's bring it to June. Now, I didn't actually even earn as much in June, which is really interesting, but what I did find out was, like, over in America, that's kind of like, I think, your summer break. So that was interesting, but I was still so surprised that I made sales again. I was like, okay, interesting. And then going into now June, July. So that was June. Let's go to July. So in July, like, oh my goodness, like $90. So from $4 to $90, like, wow, that was a massive jump for me going into $90. And what I kind of feel like part of the success was, I mean, I think some teachers may be slowly kind of getting back into, like, starting to create for their classrooms to go back to school. But one thing that I did notice a massive, like, help here in this month was basically I made a product which kind of just, like, caught wind because there was a gap in the market for that particular product or clip art. So, and I will just say it was one of my digital papers, so it really, like, branched off, and I was so shocked. I was like, what in the world? How have we gone from $4 to $90? That's amazing in that amount of time. Well, at least for me. I don't know what other people are really getting for their clip art. This could be, like, heaps for you, or this could be quite low for you. But for me, you know, that's amazing. The amount of growth I've seen in those few months, just awesome. And so I will go now to August. This is this month now. August, so, and I will just show you there. So I have made $152.02 in August so far, and August has not even finished yet, which is super exciting. And let me just actually bring that down from, oh, I can't even go that far. So if I just go maybe back to my dashboard just so you can see the overall total. So yeah, you can kind of see here $152.02, and we're not even halfway. So that is really promising for the next couple of, you know, weeks to see what my final total will be for the end of August. Now, I will just go through as well and say, look, I don't know if these are normal results. Sales can take time to even get when you're first starting out, because I know for my first store, it was a little bit slower in the growth than Terrazzo has been, which I've been so surprised about. But last year was a bit of a different, crazy year as well. So there's so many things I could discuss with you guys about the growth and stuff of this store. But I'm just so surprised with it, actually. And I feel like working on this store, what I really tried to hone in is the gap in the market for particular clip art elements. So for example, I will show you this actually. So if I type in, let me just see, what was I going to type in? So boho shape clip art. Let's see if that comes up with anything. So yeah, you can see if you type in boho shape clip art, mine's the first one there. So what I've been trying to do with my SEO and also, like, with what I'm creating is finding like, I guess, extra niche kind of clip art. So things that don't have a lot of results. You can see here there's like 360 results. That's not that many compared to thousands if you search other things. So I've been trying to, like, really hone in on those things going forward with this store. I will just show you. I do put a lot of effort and a lot of work into my previews as well. I don't know if that's played a role. Like, I will show you what I mean. So let's just go and say, let's have a look at, yeah, the regular shapes, for example. Now, these are so simple. Like, these have been so simple to create, and I will say that this is definitely not my best seller, but it has sold a couple of times. And I will just show you, like, I do put quite a bit of effort into the preview and also into like the cover photo, which I just showed you there. But this is the preview, so I kind of go and explain a little bit of my terms of use here, and welcome to Tpt Clipart there, and then I kind of give you really a bigger view of what exactly you can expect from this download. And I don't know, hopefully that's not too fast. And I even like note that there are some transparent elements in here, and then I just kind of give you a little way that you could like give you an example of a way that you could design these and use these shapes. I'll show you another example. So if I go back, let me see, what other one can I look at? Let's just say for the leopard print digital paper, let's have a look at that. So let's go and have a look at the preview. So as you can see, I do put some effort into showing you exactly what you're going to expect. Now, there's so many things I could talk to you guys about, but I don't want this video to be too long. If you'd like me to show you how I create the clip art, how I upload it and everything like that, I'm thinking about doing a video about that, but let me know please in the comments if that's something of interest to you, because I feel like there's not a lot on this about that, so I'd love to kind of share with you how I've done that. And again, this is only my like third month, May, June, July, August, so it's like only my third month of business for Tpt Clipart. So I have seen some success with it, so I feel like if you'd like me to share any more about this, or like keep you up to date with what's kind of going on for that, then I certainly will try my best to. So I hope you enjoyed analysing my TPT data with me on my Tpt Clipart store, and basically I just want to share that it's been something that I have been able to earn some money on, which has been actually like amazing, because before I started this I didn't know how it was sort of going to go, and now I'm just really kind of glad that I have. And you know, like the first month compared to the third month is so different. And look, this is just unique to my situation. I don't know if this is normal to go through such a spike, or if it is normal. So I have been working my butt off to make sure that I've been putting products out as often as I can. And I've been putting a lot of effort into obviously my covers and my previews, to show the buyer what exactly they're going to get. And then not only that, I've been trying to create clip art that is not saturated as such. So I've been trying to find gaps in the market and creating those things, like for example the whole boho theme. That's very popular at the moment, but I haven't found a lot on TPT, and I did do a little bit of research before I decided to do the whole boho theme. I've been really pleasantly surprised with the progress and the success so far with this store, which has been really a lovely thing for me, because you know, I just never thought I'd be able to like sell my little bits of clip art or artwork. So if you are just wondering whether it'd be worth, you know, starting a store, or just want to kind of get an insight of what, you know, some other people have done, aka what I've done here, then I've just shared that with you. So hopefully that will maybe give you a push to maybe start and just see how you go with it. The beautiful thing obviously again about TPT is everyone's story is unique. There will not be two sellers that are exactly the same, and it will just depend on what your niche is and what you create and how you create it and your product quality and everything like that. I just want to say, in Australia I feel like it's a lot more niche. Like I have some friends that don't even know or never really even heard of Teachers Pay Teachers. So for me, like, it was something that I took a chance on, and I wasn't sure how it was kind of going to go, but I've learned so much and I've earned money off it. So before I started TPT, I never had earned any money online before. So that's been a really massive like self-confidence boost to keep on going and keep on trying to like, you know, increase my sales and to try. And I will just say too, I forgot to mention, I don't do any marketing, especially not for this at the moment. This from Terrazzo Clipart has all been organic traffic. I have not got a Pinterest. I haven't got an Instagram. I haven't got anything set up. It's only people finding me on TPT, and that was all that I've gotten those sales from. So down the track, when I do have the time to branch out to create like a website and a blog and stuff like that, to promote, or even Pinterest or whatever, for Terrazzo Clipart, then maybe there will be more traction with my sales as well, which is really exciting to see maybe in the future what it could kind of be earning. Another thing I want to kind of mention is, as an Australian teacher, you might be like, okay, so how do you get paid? So you do get paid monthly, so you only get paid once a month, and it is via PayPal. However, TPT, I did go to the TPT conference this year, the virtual conference, and they did mention that around December time they're going to roll out direct debit. So that's kind of really exciting because it's going to go straight into your bank account, so you don't have to go through PayPal. Because at the moment, how I am paid is TPT pays you, or it goes through PayPal anyway. I don't exactly know, but it goes through PayPal, and then PayPal gives you the amount of money that you earn, not your sales total, but like your actual earned amount. If you'd like me to go through that a little bit more, let me know, and I'll kind of try and break that down so you can kind of understand a bit more if you're just starting out. But yeah, basically you get paid through PayPal, and I personally just, when the exchange rate is on a higher day, I try and just exchange it over to my account for free. You can pay, like if you want instant direct transfer to your own bank account, you can pay like a certain percentage, but for most part I just get it, I do the free option where it takes a few days to get into your account, and so I put it from PayPal into my my separate bank account for my business. So yes, I think that's all I've got to say for now. I mean, there is a lot more I can share, and I've got a lot more tips. I do want to genuinely help anyone that's kind of starting out a TPT, Clipart store, just like a store in general. So I hope something here was valuable and something was interesting to you. If you did find it really helpful, I would love for you guys to subscribe. I will just say, and I'm going to be very honest here, I am a new mum, as you know, as I said in the beginning of the video, so my posting schedule is not going to be like every single day, every single week. Like, it's going to be a little bit slower than that, and I hope that as my little son gets a bit older, that it'll become a bit more frequent. But for now, it'll just, I don't know exact my posting schedule, but I'm going to try my best to get as many videos as I can up. That might be 1 a month, that might be 2 a month, I don't know. But if you want to stay for the journey and you'd love to subscribe to get some more tips, then I would love to have you. So yeah, that's all, and I hope to see you in my next video, and hopefully my next video will be a little bit better. A little bit more, not as rambly. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate your time, because I know time is valuable, especially now being a mum. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Adios.